Russell Wilson out for the whole season?
Nah, 4 to 8 weeks. He's got a torn ligament in his finger, in his throwing, in his index finger on his throwing hand.
Mm-mm. Well, they done.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be out long enough to where yeah they're done.
We back again, early morning breakfast club, and I'm so happy to be back today, especially during week 18. No, I'm not going to talk about a lot of stuff that I talked about early this morning on a late night show. So about 4 this morning, we had some guys on. We kicked it. We talked about some of the teams and that. But what I want to talk about is who going dancing. So I'm going to give you a detailed conversation today on those teams that are either guaranteed in the playoffs or looking to get in the playoffs, and week 18 will determine their playoff berth. And once we establish, those that are locked in, those that can get in scenarios and situations for teams to get in, then we're going to talk about the teams that in and what they did all year. And not only are we going to just talk about what they did all year, we're also going to talk about their chances. So you're going to hear a lot of back and forth debating between me and my number one co-host. That man, he's back off vacation. He's been on vacation about 13 times already, and we ain't even have a first semester of the school year. This guy keep traveling and shit. Always out somewhere and shit. So what's up, Guns? Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, bro, it's good to be back, man. Good to be back.
Man, good to have you back. Good to have you back. You know what I'm talking about? When you do a show, man, the show chip when you got chemistry with a person. You know what I'm saying? Where we punchlines come naturally. Nothing's forced, and we have really good intellectual football dialogue. Okay, I use that shit like I just came from motherfucking Penn State. Oh my God! You're not talking about intellectual football. Anyway, Guns, man, I mean, it's carried over from RDL5, bro, and it just seems like you can't sit here and determine playoffs until you finish the last week of the regular season. It's always important games at the end.
Absolutely. From beginning to end, week 1 to now week 18, you can't sleep.
Nah, not at all, bro. We had our ups and downs in season 1 of Game of Thrones 3. But what I enjoyed was I enjoyed the competition through the divisions. Like, guys really was going to fuck at it all year long in their divisions, man. And then it was some out of division games that was off the hook too, like where you had matchups all over the place. Talk about the battles you had in your own division in the AFC South.
The biggest, everybody. The one thing I love about 22 is outside of a few things. I know people are talking about the whole fall forward thing, but guys are really who they are.
Right.
And
you know what? Sorry. Really explain what you mean by guys are who they are, because some guys will take offense and some guys that act like they know and don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Not even from a member of the league standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
When you get your roster,
mm-hmm.
the guys on your roster, and a lot of you guys can thank your commissioner for that, but these guys are really who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I'll start in my division. In my division, Derrick Henry is as advertised.
Oh my God.
I've lost to this guy twice this year. I'm hitting him just as he's getting the handoff with 2 people in the backfield. He's bouncing off both of those tackles, getting to the line of scrimmage where I hit him with a second wave of people, and he's still stumbling forward for an additional 3 yards. So a 2-yard loss is turned into a 3 to 4 yard gain.
Sometimes longer than that. But then you watch him yesterday bouncing off motherfuckers all day in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just something about Derrick Henry, man. I was explaining that last night. We was talking about the guys and their stats. And I was like, you know what? He's not doing a bad job with him, but I think he should be doing more with him. I mean, he's literally should be the back that we talk about once a week. Like, he should be able to screenshot plays that he make once a week. Like, yo, look what he did. He did this. And it's a Derrick Henry run, like an angry man run, right? I was thinking like, damn, if I had Derrick Henry, because that's what'll be happening. I'll be like blowing y'all shit because I know what his capability is. Like, he literally gets stronger as the game go along.
So please come get this man.
Oh my God, come get him out that fucking division, huh? So talk about your first matchup with him and how y'all was in the dog fight. I remember being on headset with you while you was playing this game, and you was like, Ant, I don't think you understand, man. And I'm like, what happened? What you losing? Like, man, I got to get a D-line. I need some help. I mean, he's just running forward and just doing whatever he wants, going forward. And just talk about the, because he gave him a lot of carries. And it seems like when he play you, he gives him all the damn carries.
He does. Because I mean, just like I said, I know that in real life, they say in order for you to stop Derrick Henry, you have to stop him before he gets started.
Yeah, yep.
But, and this is where the game might be, I'm hitting him before he gets started, and it's still not helping. It is not helping. I'm not getting enough penetration, up from the D-line. I mean, they come through when they can, but everything that I'm trying to do, I have to do it myself. Like, I have to come screaming through there with a linebacker. And like I said, somebody's getting through, because like I said, I'm hitting them with more than one person, and it was not helping. My secondary was at times just standing still and just watching people, just run by them.
I noticed that too on good runners, the top elite runners. Just your DBs that stand still sometimes.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to go and hit the guy.
Not at all.
So with the first matchup, like I said, he basically gave him 30 carries, and I had a lead to where I had a lead in the fourth quarter, probably a 2-score lead, and he was able to crawl back into the game with Derrick Henry, and instead of going for it, instead of kicking an extra point and we going into extra time, he went for a 2-point conversion, and of course he got it.
With Derrick Henry?
He won in game 1. He didn't even use Derrick Henry. He used Derrick Henry as a decoy.
Now let me ask you this. Did you see Derrick Henry getting stronger as the game went along?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just imagine, like I said, I had a multiple score game lead on him almost the entire game. It's like if he scored, I had an answer for it. Like if he scored, I had a 2-score answer for it.
Right.
Then in the third quarter, it just kind of went back and forth. It was one score. And then, like I said, fourth quarter, he was able to come back and tie the game. Well, almost tie the game, but he went for it for 2, and I sent everybody because I already knew what was coming.
Nice little dump off, huh?
Yeah.
Blitzing everybody to stop Henry, and that's the effect of a Derrick Henry.
So what, yeah. So he, like I said, he took a 1-point lead. I was not able to come back with the time that was left and get in the field goal range. So he ended up winning by that 1 point.
Dog fight.
Yeah, and the second game it was worse. The second game, because this time I wasn't able to get a 2-score advantage. It was just back and forth. But then third, fourth quarter, it's like my defensive backs, like I said, they didn't want to tackle that man. And he was able to pull away in the fourth quarter.
All right, so look, Guns, you want to figure out what you're going to do with this Derrick Henry situation, because this can be a longevity situation. So my first question to you would be, what do you do? Like, see, now listen, just by that conversation, let me just take it a step farther. When you play the the Coach Irish Tillman Colts. What's the headache over there? What player?
It's the same headache.
Okay,
It's just,
explain it.
it's the running back position because he also has a dominant running back in Jonathan Taylor. It's just and he has the right things on Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
That almost makes him as an effective runner as Derrick Henry, almost.
And this guy Jonathan Taylor got speed too.
Right. So what he lacks for as far as running people over, he makes up for it by including him in the pass game, and of course he's faster.
And we brought up his team last night, and the thing was like Clyde has kept the Colts in that roster. It's not a bad roster at all, bro. Like, and I'm starting to realize this throughout the whole league that rosters aren't as bad, especially with the rookie pro days and combine numbers. But rosters aren't that bad. When I said we looked at the receivers you got over there, and it's like, yo, when you first start a league off, you look at those receivers, and they are the type of receivers you can play with right away, right? And I think just because they don't have a quarterback at this moment right now, it makes JT literally 95% of his offense.
Yeah.
And when you got a player at 95% touching the football, and he's effective, and he got the Colts to the point where they're, it's a win and you win situation possibly, unless the Madden gods fuck the game and say hell no. But it's a win and you win right now. Now let me ask you this: when you played the Colts, your first time playing them, did you win or lose that ball game?
Oh no, we lost that ball game. First matchup with the Colts, we lost that ball game.
And it was the JT Jonathan Taylor show.
Yeah, we threw a critical. We were actually going into, I'm going to say, either tie or either take the lead, and I threw a critical interception. No, we went for it on fourth down and did not make it.
All right, so Guns, we're going to do something different before we get to the playoff picture and we talk about teams. I want to talk about. This is how I feel today, man. Honestly, we not scripted today. We off script like a motherfucker today, and here's why. I feel like we need to talk about the active members in the league that have rocked out in season one, because this is, Guns, how I feel about season one, right? I feel like it's historical. So when you get season one and we at the playoffs now we going to find out who took a team that they decided to play with and won with that team the whole thing without it being their team. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to talk about I want to go bottom to top, and we're gonna do this twice, right? We're gonna go I'm gonna go to standings, and I want to talk about teams, and I'm not talking about any team that didn't play a game themselves. If they wasn't playing, they don't get the conversation. Bottom line, I just don't think those guys should get any type of conversation from us when it comes down to talking good or bad about their teams. So the first two teams up here are the Saints and the Bengals. The third team up here is the Lions. All right, now we know Antonio played his games this year, but we also knew Antonio came in as a head coach. All right, took over the Lions team, and the only thing he really liked on his team was the fact that he had the draft picks from the Rams and the Matthew Stafford trade. Now, with that being said, they got I can't even remember the quarterback they got in return with those 2 first-round picks. Jared Goff. I would have thought right away that quarterback is not in their cards. I mean, that quarterback is not their future. So I would have thought, new head coach coming in, the owner gave him a 4-year window instead of a 3-year window. And here's why the owner gave him a 4-year window. And all of us would want to take a head coaching job with an owner like this. I don't want you and don't care if you win a ball game. What I want to see is how well these players respond to you while you coach them this year. And can you get this team to play for you and really enjoy playing for you and go give 100, knowing that we're not trying to win ball games this year? Then I want to see what you're going to do with these draft picks and see what type of GM skills you got. So in the process of that, you get a free season. That's pretty much what your owner telling you. You get a free season, and in that free season, you're supposed to be processing your talent, right? Because none of these guys are your players yet. So you would have to evaluate Jared Goff. You would have to evaluate him, and I would think 9 out of 10 coaches will say quarterback is my number one interest that I would have to find, and whether I do it through a trade or through the draft right now. Um, would you look at it that way, or am I speaking for everybody? Because I know I would look at it that way. I'm not going forward with no Jared Goff. I know I'm going quarterback with my first overall pick.
I think it depends on it would depend on the owners because I've seen a couple of guys in the league that would that would take a quarterback like this and hang on to that quarterback and address a different need.
Hmm.
But knowing Todd the way that I do, he wants this is not his style of quarterback. He wants a quarterback.
It's not, but I don't think he will. Like, I think the Lions still have the number one pick. Some things have changed because we advanced a week. So they went from 1 to 4. I think, right? Let me see. I'm on season stats right now. I needed to go to roster, but I wanted. Can you go to roster?
I'll
Draft
go to
picks.
roster.
All right, and I'll be on the roster. So I think they went from 1 to 4. I had the top 10 because I was going to do a mock draft today with you on this podcast show. But they moved to 4. They went from 1 to 4. But when you look at Jared Goff, man, he's threw 22 touchdowns and 26 interceptions. He's 54%. If I'm evaluating my players at the end of the year, this is not what I want at quarterback. Like, you're well under what I need you to be at quarterback. Now, with that being said, he had Cam Newton over here as well, who also threw 12 touchdowns and 15 picks. And he was 1476 throwing the ball, but he's 55%. So both these quarterbacks had a low completion percentage, right? Probably would have played Cam over Jared Goff, in my opinion. I know when I played him, Cam Newton was killing me. Now, you do have Deandre Swift, and, you know, we got Georgia running backs in the league, man. And he came out the same draft. He played with the running backs that all, you know, pretty much came out at first round picks and was starters, except for Chubb. I think he was a second round pick. But Nick Chubb was in the backfield with Deandre Swift, Nick Chubb, and then the running back over there that just got traded to the Rams from the Patriots. What's his name? Sony Michel. These guys all came from the same backfield. At one point, Georgia had all 3 of these guys on the field playing in games, right? And this shit, they even had Todd Gurley, and that's, I think, not Todd Gurley was a couple of years before them. All right, so DeAndre Swift was a 1,000-yard back for you. So your production out of your running back was there. Not only was he a 1,000-yard back on 164 carries, when you take a look at DeAndre Swift, this to me looks like future. He's going to go into his 3rd year when you decide to really start coaching. He's the number 39 ranked running back in the league. 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 agility, 78 break tackle. So the development, the upside is there. At this point, he still only costs 6,000 XPs to upgrade. So that's still low. So you know you have a complete upside with this running back. And now that you know you got the upside, you dig into what he did in the 17-16 games that he played. 164 carries for 1,007 and 11 rushing touchdowns. 62.9. All right. Now, again, when you are playing to develop your team and process your players, and you're not really trying to win ball games or even really, you know, go on dummies, but you want max effort out of them, I'm not mad at that. Not every running back in the league is supposed to average 100 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, right? But so far, I know I don't want to go forward with Goff. What I did like was we got to see his GM's talent. Ant got to show, you know, and I know when y'all hear me say Ant, it's Antonio, but I hate saying his full name, and he's my boy, so I like to call him Ant or Tone. So if you're gonna hear me call him Ant, Antonio, or Tone, right? So Tone was paying attention, knowing that he got a team that probably need help more than most teams in the league. He paid attention to the waiver wire system. And on the waiver wire, while everybody ignored receivers because they wasn't Johnny Blaze speed, he went out there and got Seth Williams from Auburn. Now remember this, Anthony Schwartz came from Auburn. Seth Williams was their number 1 receiver during Anthony Schwartz and Seth Williams' tenure Auburn. Seth Williams was a really good receiver. He got injured, and then COVID happened, and guys' numbers dropped, and they went from oh, second round grade, or he could have first round talent, to not being just being ignored. So this guy made it to the league on practice squad, and he signed him on a waiver. And in signing him on a waiver, you signed Seth Williams at 6'3", 220 pounds. Now remember, who did the Lions lose in free agency? And the Giants picked him up.
What's his name? Was it Johnson? No. Galladay.
Galladay, right? Big body receiver, right? Very productive for the Lions when he was there. But they lost that. So then you come back, you go get this 6'3" guy off your practice squad. He's going to be cheap. I don't know how cheap he's going to actually be, but I don't think the signing is going to kill you. Definitely got to sign him. But he's worth it. So he comes to this team, and he comes here after they played about 6 games. And ended up leading the team in receptions and touchdowns as a receiver. So my question to you would be, 62 catches, 1265. He averaged 20.4. You have a deep threat receiver. He was almost 100 yards a game, and he had 12 touchdowns. I like the run after the catch yards, 389. I like the rack average, 6'3". His longest bomb was at 82 yards, and he played in 14 games. Now, when you get a guy that come out and is playing like this, right? And he's on normal, I get it. And I'm not saying, oh, the Lions don't have to go receiver no more, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm saying is, this is a guy that you put in the same category as a Deandre Swift and say, we will be moving forward. He's a Lion. All right, cool. So you got the receiver, and right at this point, you have your number one. Amon-Ra St. Brown was a draft pick for the Lions as well. 45 catches, 690 yards, 15.3 yards a catch, and 6 touchdowns. Then you come off of him, and you got to take a look at T.J. Hockenson. Obviously, he's a stud tight end. He was a first-round pick, so you got to see that out. Deandre Swift caught the ball really well for these guys. And Tyrell Williams in his 6th season at 6'4", 205 pounds. I'm not comfortable with saying that he, I don't know if he needs to be signed or not. Let's check that out first. I don't think he would care too much to keep him. I'm not saying he won't, but I know you got 2 good receivers you can play. He's gonna be out there. All right, so I know Amon-Ra St. Brown, and once Amon-Ra St. Brown got his combine numbers and his pro day numbers, he changed into a legit receiver. And I don't know if you remember in RDL, I made him a superstar coming out. Because I thought he played at that level. Now I didn't do that this time around, because we just did the numbers. We didn't really do too much ability changing. But when you look at this kid from a standpoint of the Lions got a future, 2 good receivers right now. Now, you tell me. Now I watched him at USC play everywhere at receiver. 1, the 2, the slot. He did it all. 6 foot, 197 pounds. Now, the one thing about these St. Brown brothers are they are super, super strong. All 3 of them. Osiris, the one that played for the Green Bay Packers, the older one, I can't remember his name right now. Economist St. Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Their dad was a bodybuilder. The one thing they are conditioned, in shape, and very strong. So with that being said, do you view him? Would you view him as a slot guy, or could he actually be the number 2 receiver for these guys?
I could see him in the slot, and the only reason why I say that is because there's one receiver that you didn't talk about. That's Blake Prohl. Now,
That's right.
Now Blake Prohl is sitting there at 6'2", 186. Then you got Amon St. Brown at 6 foot, 187. You got Seth Williams at 6'3", 220.
Right.
Now you could put that height of Prohl and Williams on the outside, and then you can use the shiftiness and the strength of St. Brown coming out of the slot.
Now I ask these questions because of this. He got three receivers over here, so he got a 1, 2, and 3 that he can play with right now. He can develop, and he's in control of what they do going forward. Not only do he got three receivers that he can play with, they all are rookies. So what happens is, if he decided to go quarterback in this draft, he has a young guy coming in throwing that can grow up with the rookies, because they're all young, so they'll be 1 year in front of him. They'll be on their second season. The quarterback coming on his rookie year, and these are guys that you can pretty much move forward with. So you have to see good upside in these players if you're going to make this decision. Now that doesn't mean, the Lions don't have to go receiver in the draft. But what you're doing is, I'm doing what I would do for myself. I'm processing and eliminating and adding to what I can go forward with. So right now, let's just say those three receivers and a running back are what they are going to go forward with. They're going to use those three receivers, and they have the tight end already now too. So they have their weapons on offense right now. So my question to you is that you just eliminated having to get skill players as top priority. Could that, because I think he's going to play with, if he has 2 first-round picks. So what picks is he at right now?
He got the 4th and the 15th.
The 4th and the 15th pick? I could see him not using the 4-4 quarterback, but if it's one there at the 15th pick, I could see that being used. But then you dealing with a guy that got the 4th pick in every round. I think he could get him a starting quarterback and not get him in the first round. I think he could get him a great quarterback that'll end up being his franchise quarterback, and it could be a 2nd or 3rd round pick.
I don't see Todd moving that way. I see Todd as that GM. When he wants somebody, he's going to address it right away.
Right.
Because he could easily come back and I mean, he could address the quarterback position, but I think if Todd is locked on a guy, he's gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. And
all right, so
whatever else he needs, he'll address it at 15.
All right, so let me ask you this: at 4, let's just say you're Todd. Give me your idea what you locked in at. Is quarterback the ideal position? Because if I did my mock draft, this would be a spot for quarterback for me right away. Absolutely. I would think you have to line up that quarterback right away. Because at 4, you gonna get some. You gonna get a dog, right? So we have 5 first-round quarterbacks in this draft. 5 first-round graded quarterbacks in this draft. Legit, come on the field and start day 1. But that doesn't mean those other guys.
He's got a tied record right now with some other teams at 2 and 14, I believe it was. He's got a tie record with these guys, 2 and 15, whatever it is. Now, one of those teams is the New Orleans Saints. They're definitely going quarterback.
Right.
With their first pick, so that's why I think
you know what though, bro, I don't trust that coach over there. I think he'll do some dumb bonehead shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure he'll go quarterback.
If he don't, he might as well turn the joystick in.
All right, so on my mock, when I did my mock draft lineup, we need to find out what changed. All right, so this is what I'll ask you. All right, so I had to, when I first did the lineup, the Lions had the number 1 pick. And then, the Ravens got the after the season trade with the Jets. That gives them, at the time, it was the number 3 pick. Now where I don't know where that pick went, but I know it went down because he hasn't won a game. So it was the Seahawks pick. So if it's still at 3, I hope so.
No, as of right now, the Bengals have the 3rd pick. The Saints have the 2nd pick.
Hold on, slow down, because I got to change this now. All right, so you said the Bengals have the number 3 pick now, right? Because the Chargers had the number 3 pick when I did this yesterday. Let me just change this up real fast. Yeah. All right, Bengals at 3. Cool. Who has the number? What was the next one you said?
The Saints have the number 2 pick.
So the Saints go from 4 to 2.
And the Jets are sitting with the number 1 pick.
So that means the Ravens are sitting with that. So you said the Saints at 2, right?
Yeah.
I might have to up the ante on that trade, bro, because it moved to 1. All right. let's go. I got to take the Lions out of there because they had the
No,
20s.
I mean the trade was made at the time that it was made.
Right. All right. So
to it just because they ended up being number one.
So let me see. Ravens are sitting at 1, but VI it's weird because it's VI Jets trade, but it's actually the Seahawks pick. So VI Jets trade, Hawks pick.
Right. I got the end of the year.
Yeah, the end of the year joint ski. All right. So Ravens are going to be at 1 off of the trade with the Jets. And that's actually the Seahawks pick. So the Jets still gonna have 2 top 10s. The Jets pick gonna end up dropping to 8 right now. It's at 10, but it's gonna drop that. This fucking cat, man, get out of here, you motherfucker. Who has the 4th pick now?
Pick 4. 1 second.
Ravens, Saints, and Bengals. 5. Where's Texans at now?
Texans are at 5.
All right, so I got to move the Bengals name out of here from 5. Texans go up to 5 now. So Texans got the 5th pick. What's their other pick?
Texans 26.
So I had them at, they had the 6th pick and the 28th pick. So let me go. Texans are now at 5. And that pick went from 28 to 26. Okay, 26 pick. I know I'm going to have to change this after advance again. All right.
Chargers are at 6.
All right, so let me slide the Texans out of there. Put the Chargers name there. Chargers are at 6. Is the Falcons at 7 now? Because the Panthers was at 7. And where the Panthers at?
Falcons at 7. The Lions are at 4.
Falcons are at 7. Lions are at 4. Falcons are at 7.
Dropped to 9.
Lions are at 4, and what else? 4 and 15?
You talking about the record?
No, I want to know both their first round picks. The Lions got 2.
Oh yeah, 4 and 15.
4 and 15. Let me see if I had them at 15 on here. All right, so the Dolphins had the 15th pick. That's going to change. You know what? I'm gonna have to change all this shit up. All right, we're gonna do it right now. You said the Lions are at
number 4 pick.
All right, so the Lions are at 4 and what? 15.
4 and 15.
All right, so 4 and 15. So let me put the Lions there. They were at 16 last time. So let's just do this. There we go. And the Jets are at 10 now. 10 and 12. 10 and 12. They got the Colts pick from me, which was the 12th pick. So the Jets are at 10 and 12. Jets are at 10 and 12. Let's change that to the 10th right there. Bang. All right. So at this point,
Panthers at 9.
Panthers are at 9. The Raiders were at 9. That means the Raiders are at 8 right now, right?
8, yeah.
All right. Raiders are at 8. Panthers are at 9. All right. Jets are at 10. Are the Titans still at 11?
Titans are at 11, yes.
All right. And the Jets are at 12. Is the Eagles still at 13?
The Vikings are at 13.
Vikings moved to 13.
Yeah, the Eagles dropped back to 17.
Vikings are at 12. Vikings are at 13. Eagles are at 17 now?
Yeah, Eagles dropped back to 17. Dolphins are at 14.
Let me take the Vikings name out of here. You said Dolphins are at 14? They got the 49ers pick, right?
Yes.
All right, and the 49ers are in the playoffs, so that pick going to drop. It's going to go into the 20s right now. So Dolphins are, I'll move it. Dolphins are at 14. Lions are at 15. Who's at 16?
The Jaguars.
Jaguars are at 16. And that's going to drop too because it's going to go back because you'll be on the playoffs too. So the Cowboys went from 17 to 23, right?
Yep, to 23.
All right, so I'm gonna put the Cowboys there. Cowboys are 23. All right, so let's go back up. I need the 17th pick.
Okay. See, I know the Giants are at 18.
All right, G-Men are 18. G-Men got 2 picks. So when you go back to the Giants, I need to know, are they at 27 still too? G-Men are 18.
28.
G-Men are 18, and now they move to 28. All right, so let me change that to 28.
Yeah, and you know the Lions got the 4 and 15.
I got that. All right, so what's 17 now? You ain't get there yet. Giants went to 28. I had them at 26. I got to move them from 26 to 28, which was the Broncos pick. So G-Men. All right, 28. All right, so we looking for pick 17, and then I'm going to be looking for pick 19 after that.
Okay. 19 is the Bills.
19 is the Bills, so they moved up a spot. They went from 20 to 19. All right, Bills. All right, I'm still looking for 17. You want this?
Oh, 17 is the Eagles. Yeah, because remember you were looking for the Eagles. I said the Eagles dropped back to 17.
All right, so let's go Eagles. They went from 3 picks to 1 pick in the first round now. That's how you move. They went and got Sean Watson and Jamal Adams. Perfect. All right, so I'm looking for 20 now.
Football team.
The Washington football team goes from 28 to 20. Football team. All right, is the Browns still at 21?
Let's see. Cleveland is at, no, they dropped to 25.
All right, so Seahawks was at 25 because they got 2 first-round picks. I mean, they ended up getting a first-round pick, so that puts the Browns at 25. Okay, so I need 20 pick 21. Who has the 21st pick?
Let's see. 22 is the Steelers.
Steelers are still at 22. Fine. Cowboys at 23.
No, I think let me take Cowboys dropped to 25.
No, you got the Browns at 25.
Oh, the Browns are at 25. Okay. Packers at 21.
Packers are at 21. Okay, let's put the Packers there. So I got to move them from 24 to 21. So Packers are at 21. Let's move them from 24. Bam. All right. What about, you said the Steelers are at 22.
Cowboys at 23.
Okay, Cowboys stay the same, 23. I need to pick 24 now.
That's the Chiefs.
Chiefs are at 24. Browns are at 25. Now I need to pick 26. Bear with us. We're ready to get this mock draft popping.
Oh, yeah. 26 was the Texans. Remember, they got the 5 and 26.
5. Yep.
And then 27 is the Seahawks.
Giants are at 28 with their second pick. The Bucks are at 29 still. I think they dropped into the 30s though.
Okay, yeah, the Giants are at 28, right? Yeah, the Bucks dropped to 30.
All right. That means the Cardinals are at 31.
29.
Broncos are at 29. Fine. All right. So that means the Patriots are at 31 or 32, and the Cards are at 31.
Patriots at 31. And
All right.
Cardinals are at 32.
So the Broncos are at 29. Bucks are at 30. Patriots are at
31.
Patriots are 31, and the Cardinals are 32.
Yep.
Bet. And pick 32 are the Cardinals. All right, now that we got that squared away, I can come back into my conversation. So we go back to this Lions team. And do they have to go? If you all right, so look, if we look at the top, let's look at the top 5 picks right now. All right, so you know Ravens are not going for a quarterback,
right?
But the Saints do need a quarterback. So let's just peg all the teams that need a quarterback, taking quarterbacks. So the Saints need a quarterback, the Lions need a quarterback, the Falcons need a quarterback.
The first, well, I don't want. Well, actually, the Ravens will be the first wild card, but the wild card after that is going to be the Bengals at 3.
I see the Bengals going cornerback or wide receiver, bro. Maybe a linebacker, but cornerback. He's going
with the wide receivers they already have.
Yeah, because I think he ain't going to value none of them over there, but Jamar Chase. Remember, you got to know who guys are, right? So I think the Bengals if you look at the Bengals roster, I think the Bengals will go DB. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't see nothing else. Like, I see the Bengals going cornerback right away. Maybe a linebacker, but I see cornerback as a major need over here.
Corner's a major need.
All right. So when we think about quarterbacks, Saints at number 2, Lions at number 4. Although Lions have the 4th and the 15th pick, so at 4, top 5, you picking in the top 5, you want to go get one of those type players, top 5 player. Now it's quarterbacks in this draft that's top 5 players. Let's just get out of his roster and let's get to the mock draft. When you look at the quarterback that's coming out of this draft and the teams that are probably that probably will be looking for a quarterback, right? We legitimately have 4 first-round graded players in the draft. All right, we have a total of 13 quarterbacks that can either be starters or sit a year and be the starter the following year. All right, so pay attention to keys. All right, understand language. Understand what I'm saying right now. The first 4 quarterbacks, and not in this order, but the first 4 quarterbacks are day 1 starters right away. Like, these guys are lights out great at the schools they are. So let's talk about them. GETA Styles, he's definitely in the Heisman conversation and probably gonna win it. He's lights out. Put it this way, he made Clemson forget about Trevor Lawrence right away. DJ don't even start over there right now. We gotta ignore DJ as if he's not a real life player at all, right? Because until we get the real draft, we won't never talk about it. These guys aren't coming out. We got guys coming out that this is the real class. So DJ doesn't exist right now. So GETA Styles, to me, at 6'4", 230 pounds. All right. So when you're looking at quarterbacks and you're looking at the style of quarterbacks, you're looking at Trevor Lawrence again, but more of a, I don't want to say Cam Newton in a sense, because GETA Styles, GETA Styles can move the pocket. All right. So you're looking at a quarterback that's laser sharp and throwing the football all over the field. Pinpoint accuracy, very, very high IQ. Will process reading coverages really fast. Can get you yards with his feet. Can get out of the pocket and throw on a run. This kid is legit. Like, he is absolutely the number one quarterback on the board. Um, Now, when you go back to quarterbacks, and you go back to teams that need quarterbacks. So we go to the Saints. Can you go to the Saints roster and start at quarterback for me?
Oh yeah, Jameis Winston.
With all the needs that the Saints have, do you think they can mortgage off trying to get a top 5 quarterback right away, or do you think the Saints can maybe come get a quarterback and later on in the draft, keep Jameis Winston and build try to get a transitional player at another position of need, or do you think this draft got 4 first-round quarterbacks coming out of it? You go get your guy. Since you're sitting in the top 5, go get you a top 5 quarterback.
You better get him, because that quarterback will not be available.
Yeah, he's not going. He's
not going to be available past pick 17. I guarantee you, all them quarterbacks are gone.
Yeah. All right, and then this guy can run the system that the Saints like to run. All right, you got to look at the schools. So when you look at Clemson, they come from an RPO system, short throwing, jet sweeps, all that. They do all the little stuff that college football style of playing. But he has the arm to throw any NFL pass on the field. He's got a nice strong arm. He's going to throw the ball down the field. He can hit any outside the numbers, and he again pinpoint accuracy. This guy is legit. He's a winner, complete winner. And I think you go get a guy like that with X factor ability. You know what I'm saying? When you know right away, all you got to do is get this guy on the field. Once he comes in, he's a day one starter, and he changes your program. He changes your ball club right away. You cannot let him sit there and not play around with it, especially when you're sitting at 2 and you know for a fact the team in front of you don't need a quarterback because Lamar Jackson's on that roster. You go get the quarterback, Jada Styles. Now, if you were sitting in a situation and you was like, wait, well, if it's 5 top-tier quarterbacks, right? First round quarterbacks that you saying that are day one starters, why do I have to just deal with the guy that's number 1 on the list? Because he's truly the best quarterback on the list, flat out. Doesn't mean he's the fastest. Doesn't mean he might not even be the strongest arm quarterback, but he's truly the best quarterback on the list. All right. If I went to all positions and you start to see, he is actually ranked the number 4 player in the draft. Right? So that tells you right away what you're getting. Now, what type of offense do Foe run? That's even if Foe even playing, bro. That's even if he's going to even be the coach of this team. But if we're going to deal with Foe, he's going to get active and start, handling his business. What type of offense did you watch him run at RDL?
He did a lot of passing. Early, especially up until what was the running back that he got at the end kind of changed his offense up a little bit, but he was a passer up until.
But he ran jet sweeps, he ran slants, he ran crossing routes. Yeah, remember? Yeah, he got best. Yeah, but he had the other guy from Texas too. That was a dog. What's his name? Can't remember his running back. All right, I know you're here to stay because you're already ready for RDL. But I'm gonna be on your ass. Ain't no more tanking now. Year 1 over with. You need to get active now. I like Jada Styles. Right, I love Jada Styles. He's the best quarterback in the draft. But you got Ohio State, Sam Russell. What offense Ohio State and their coach Day run? A lot of that RPO jet sweep shit. They stretch the field. They take deep shots, but they do a lot of crossing routes and things like that he likes to do. So the first 2 quarterbacks come from schools with offenses that you run right away. So Jada Styles and Sam Russell, and if you look at overall at all positions, if you look at overall, right, I'll even help you out here. So let's scout Jada Styles right now. Okay, early first round pick, no grid, no nothing, so you're getting a player that's going to come out ready to go. Now let's go look at the Ohio State quarterback. It's a red flag there. If you're not a guy that know how to develop a player, red guys, you stay away from them. Because here's the thing, they're not gonna be ass players. Trust what I'm telling you. They're gonna develop slow. They're gonna come out with higher XP. So when you're trying to upgrade them, the XP gonna be is gonna be higher. They're not gonna develop as fast. And they're gonna be the quarterbacks that when you be like, shit, bro, I'm going through that rookie shit. They're gonna go through the rookie and sophomore slumps. Trust me. But that doesn't mean you stay away from them. I still think Sam Russell, I know it says late talent, late fourth rounder. I know he dropped red. All right. But let me ask you this. How many times has Mel Kiper been right on a guy?
I don't want to say not a lot because I don't want to disrespect Mel, but when it comes to the quarterback position,
he's always wrong.
Been wrong. Yeah,
every single time.
Been wrong.
All right. So don't let that red fool you. All right. Now 6'2", 221. He's another big bike guy. He got the weight. He can sit in the pocket. He's 6'2" though. He ain't the super tall and all that, but he's that same type of athlete that can run, your jet sweep RPO system and your short enemy. Now this kid is electric when it comes down to throwing from short to medium. Alright, so if you're a guy that like to throw crossing routes, if you're a guy that like to throw outs, drags, things like that, Sam Russell's your guy. So, with Sam Russell dropping down to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go to undrafted. That's my fault. Dropping red, and if you know that, I'm at 2. I'm not picking a red player because I need a guy that's going to be lights out right there. So I just proved my point with Jada Styles. So Shoguns, let me ask you, is Jada Styles going to the New Orleans Saints in our mock draft?
Man, y'all, folk know me and him cool. If you don't, if Jada's not going to that number 2 pick, bro, just go ahead and give your team to somebody else.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not gonna get quarterbacks every draft, and they all gonna come out, and they could be day one starters and all that. I'm telling you, you got 13 in this draft class because it's the first one, and is literally 4 or 5 quarterbacks that can come change somebody's program right now. And then the other guys got to go to a guy that know how to really develop a player, right?
I'm gonna go a little bit further, and this is still talking. I'm still talking to the Saints. You already know how the Bucks are established right now as the dog in that division. That's right now, and you got another one of your competitors picking a few spots after you at number 7.
That want a quarterback.
That need a quarterback.
Right.
You can skip quarterback if you want to. It will not be there in the second round.
Because you're gonna come back to that second round and you fuck. Because now what you did was you gave the Bucks, who probably might lose Tom Brady at the end of the year, a chance to get a better quarterback than you. Yep. So they go, you know what I mean? And you competing with your division. So I think Jada Styles is the mock draft pick for the Saints. I think he is the mock draft pick for the Saints. Now, with that being said, the Bengals is on the board next. All right, so Guns, go through the Bengals roster. You know they got Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So I don't think they need a quarterback. They will be stupid to go. Now remember, it's my mock draft, not yours. So if I'm wrong at who you picking, I apologize. But this is what I think should happen right now. Now I already talked about their cornerback position. I do think they need a cornerback bad.
Now, this is why I still consider this guy a wild card.
Okay.
Remember what he did in real draft.
Yeah, one got the fastest receiver on the board.
But also remember what he did at the quarterback position in real draft.
Yeah.
He had a quarterback that we all thought that he was going to keep.
And he went and got another one.
He came back and got another guy.
Yeah.
And he wanted the guy that can get outside of the pocket. He picked a faster quarterback than the one that he had.
And I can literally see him doing that, bro. I literally can see him doing that. But then I asked myself this, because I thought that would he be the idiot that does that and still have Joe Burrow on his roster, because you're not going to get the value for Joe Burrow that you want.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, dude, is he the type of nigga that'll go ahead and go get the fastest quarterback in the draft, and
Yes.
then have Joe Burrow sitting right there?
Absolutely.
All right, so I know he would do something like that, and he flat out will. But if he's picking team needs, would you say cornerback's a very high, very high position in need?
It's very high, but Circlebot marches to his own beat,
Hmm.
and he has a tendency to do that. That oh my God thing.
Yeah, something like this nigga did that. All right, I don't care. I still think this. Um,
Like he
I
would.
think I think he gonna go receiver because here's why I think he'll go receiver or corner because here's why. First of all, corner to me. All right, so let's just look at it, right? So if you go corner, and I'm quite sure I scouted a couple of the corners. Well, all the first round corners except for Zach Henderson turned red, but that doesn't mean anything. This guy dropped to the fifth round, so that doesn't. But it doesn't mean that you can't like the number. This remember this guy Clyde Samson is the number one player in the draft for a reason. That they made him the number one player in the draft for a reason. All right, so I would be scared of these guys dropping in the fourth round. And turning red because it's a development thing. But do you think Shogun? Do you think Circlebot cares about that?
No.
He's going to look at combine numbers and he's going to pick what he want off of that. So I would venture to say if he see all these damn red first round talent, look, first round 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 first round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, damn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 first round graded cornerbacks in this draft, and when you scout them, they all turn red. They all drop to the fourth except 1, 2. 2 drop to the fifth, 1 drop to the second. All right, now with that being said, float your boat. Red guys take longer to develop, and they're gonna play a little bit more dumber. So, like, for example, Jada Styles gonna come out and he gonna fling that thing around, and at times you gonna forget he a rookie. But then the Ohio State kid gonna come out and he gonna be throwing shit all in the dirt. And all over the place. And then at times you're going to think he's the best quarterback. Oh my God, and he's going to show you those, and you're going to see that, and you're really not going to really see until you work hard at him and develop him, right? So it's the same thing. I just think the cornerback position, especially this game right now, the cornerback position, yeah, be careful with these red guys, but don't be scared of them. That's all I'm gonna say. Because corners is a little easier. You could do a lot of things because you can hide a corner's talent by keeping him in zone. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna leave that alone and we're gonna go to a position. Now this is why I said go look at his receivers. Now Shoguns, Circle Bob. Outside of Jamar Chase, is there literally a receiver on that team that he really want to play with, bro? You there, Guns?
Can you hear me?
Nah, I can hear you now. So I'm asking
Okay.
about the Bengals and his receiver core.
Oh
Outside
yeah,
of Jamar Chase, is there another receiver that he actually will play with?
I heard you. I was just talking. I didn't
my
know
bad.
why you couldn't hear me. But what I was saying was he did use his practice squad to address wide receiver twice.
And who twice?
So I believe it was twice.
I didn't think he was allowed to touch practice squad because he ain't play a game.
No, he was allowed. He had to wait till after the third round.
Okay. So who did he get?
Let me go back. He got DeMichael Harris. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't remember DeMichael Harris and Antonio Callaway being on his roster when the year started.
I think he got Antonio Callaway out of free agency, not practice squad.
Oh, not practice squad. Okay. Well, still, what I'm saying is I agree with you. He kind of tipped his hand by addressing the wide receiver position in other ways, because there's other, T. Higgins at 87 speed, Tyler Boyd 89 speed.
And that
So,
alone, that was Jamar Chase speed.
94.
All right, so that alone to me will say this is why he will go receiver. And then we got a bunch of idiots that's gonna go receiver anyway. So you're gonna get guys that's gonna double pick receivers anyway, right? So here we go. All right, so now the number one receiver on the board is the 6'6" freak, 6'6", 230 pounds. All right, now he's not gonna wow you with his 40 time. He's not gonna run out the building and fast as even that. But it's Bob. Does he get the best receiver or do he go get the fastest receiver?
He's gonna look for the fastest.
All right, so if he's gonna look for the fastest, then let's just watch how stupid people are. But this is what they'll do. So we're gonna come down. I'm gonna keep going down, and I'm gonna keep going down until I might already pass him. Then I'm gonna go back up, and we're gonna look for this little motherfucker, and we're gonna find him, and we're gonna know a guy that got track speed for sure. And I can't find him. I don't know where the hell this little bastard went. There you go, Adrian Carmichael, right? So he's probably gonna be the fastest receiver on the board. Second round grade. I think Circle Bob. Yeah, Circle Bob. I think he'll go receiver speed. Now, when we thought he would do go corner or DB or whatever it's supposed to be, he went and got that real fast receiver that he broke fucking records with for the first 2 seasons. Remember that in RDL?
Yeah.
I see him doing that same thing, and I'm not mad at it. If he did do this, I wouldn't. But if he did do this, because he doesn't have real legit receivers to go along with Jamar Chase. He ain't loaded at the tight end position either at this point right now. Maybe tight end might be, I just don't think if you're picking at 3, you're going tight end. So if you're picking at 3, you want a guy that's going to change the scene. And then you're looking at all these fast-ass receivers in the league right now, dominating the league right now. So I see Adrian Carmichael going to the Bengals at pick number 3. All right, number 5 is the Texans. Now, Mark got Davis Mills over there. Mark also has Jalen Hurts over there. So I don't think Mark goes quarterback here, although this would have been a quarterback position for me. But I don't think Mark goes quarterback right now.
Nope.
I do think Mark needs weapons, right? I think he needs weapons right now more than anything. Weapons or protection. He got 2 young quarterbacks. He goes weapon or protection here. So in a sense of, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think this is where the first corner comes off the board.
And if that's the case, I think Mark will stay true to the board. I think Mark will go get the number 1 corner in the draft, and he'll go right on that roster and go get this kid right here, Clyde Samson from Penn State, 6'1". He's really good speed. He's the type of corner that you can line up in front of some of these fast receivers, and you're getting a guy that legitimately from freshman year to his junior year was a day 1 starter, and he was being looked at. That's why I don't understand why he turned red, but he was being looked at on the same level as a Charles Woodson, with great speed, Charles Woodson speed, right? I like this guy. He's a day 1 shutdown corner, Shoguns, and he's been doing it at Penn State the entire time he's been there. This guy legitimately is taking half the field away. Like, he has an Allen already. And he's like that, bro.
Never mind. He won't be there.
I think he's gonna be there. I don't think what's his name gonna get him. I think what's his name gonna go receiver. I think he's more intrigued with speed and offense before he'll worry about his defense. Trust what I'm telling you. So my mock draft, I got Clyde Samson going off the board at 5. Now the Chargers here's the funny thing. The Chargers are at 6 on this board, and he has Herbert over there at quarterback, right? So we know for a fact Corey's going receiver. Right? There's no way around it. We know what he like. We know he's going receiver. Now, the thing with Corey is this. I don't think Corey cares about small, fast receivers. I think Corey wants a receiver that fits his scheme. You know what type of shit he like to do. Not saying he don't want nobody fast. But if we went back to the receiver core, could you see the number 1 receiver on the board, Tremaine Toller, going to the Chargers at 6? At 6'6", 230 pounds, you getting pretty much a tight end. He likes those type of receivers. You know what he used to do with Mike Evans before he would try to move him to tight end, right? Which this kid's 6'6", 230 pounds, and he got solid speed. He's about a 4.4, 4.5 guy. I see an A+ catching traffic. He's jumping out the building, and it's a big body receiver. Now, my thing is this though: do we go? Do we chase some type of speed because he already dealing with dog receivers and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen? They just not fast.
Right. I think
And
this is if the speed guy is still there, and he'll go ahead and mix it in because he already
I
has that
can't
big
see
body
him getting
type
a
receiver.
5'9" receiver though, bro. I think he'll go Devontae Sweeney before he'll go 5'9". I really don't see him playing with that. Like, have you ever seen him draft a small receiver? And there's been plenty of times
Oh
he could
yeah,
have.
no,
He's not going to get a
no.
small guy. Maybe Keon Brooks from Florida State, Devontae Sweeney, even Trayvon Franklin. Like, I just don't see it. But if we're going to go off the mock draft, I don't see. I don't think he'll go Tremaine Toller because he's going to want a little bit. Like, he's probably going to be looking for like a low 4.4 guy, 4.3 guy with some size. Um, and you notice I'm not sliding through the draft all crazy and I'm not going all the way down. I'll go down. You can see all the guys I scouted, all that shit, all the guys I got stars next to. Just notice I don't need a receiver whatsoever. I put stars next to these guys for not because, oh my God, I completely want these guys, because before I get into my draft, I take things off of guys. These is my talking points though when I want to talk about receivers to talk about. So I do think this. I think he'll go get somebody faster because he already got Keenan Allen and Michael Williams. And those guys, they're not going to stretch the field or beat nobody. So I think he will be looking for a little bit more speed. And in the sense of that, then I think he'll do something like this. He'll go after a kid named, and I'm not, just know this. This is the last hint I'm giving out. The receivers, the farther they go down the board, the more work you got to do with them. Just know that. So anyway, now not saying you can't find a gym down here or anything like that, but just know you got work to do when you get down here. All right. So we're looking at Corey, and Corey wants to go get a guy with some size and some speed. So do you think 6'1"? I think Devontae Sweeney has really high 4.3 speed, 4.4, low 4.4 speed. I can see him taking him. Keon Brooks is another 4.4 guy. I can see him taking him. Troy Franklin, another guy, but he's 5'11". I can see him taking a 5'11 guy over a 5'9 guy. Byron Kitchens. Then you can get down here to a Miami kid, Adonis Andrews. Now again, it's literally one elite speed guy. It's two legit speed guys in the draft, and everybody else you got some good speeds, and then you got some 4.5, 4.4 guys, high 4.4, 5.5 guys. All right, so with that being said, I think Corey goes receiver. Now I'm gonna ask you, Guns. We know he's not going to go get it. Now, Tremaine Tyler is the best receiver in the draft, one of the best receivers in the draft. But, he's a high 4.4 guy, like a 4.48, 4.5. And I don't think that's fast enough for Corey.
I don't know, but you still you had that. I forgot his name because I'm actually looking back at draft picks and stuff right now. But that 6'1" receiver that you said that ran the 4.3. I can see that.
Devontae Sweeney.
Sweeney, I can see
Yeah,
Sweeney being the
6'1" from
guy.
Notre Dame. I can see him. Yeah, I can see him getting him. All right, you're getting a first round talent. Let's check him out. And he's legit early first round talent too. Look, A+, A+. Oh my God. Legit. So like right now, he was rated first round talent. I don't know where he was at on the available board when I go. Let's go away from receivers. Let's see what talent, true natural talent he is. So we got. So Tremaine Tyler is the number 2 best player in the draft. There you go, number 3. He's the number 3 best player in this draft. As of Mel Kiper, not as of Anthony and Hits. And his the guru, but as a Mel Kiper, he's the 3 best talent in the draft. Now I just scouted him; he's an early first round pick, so he's a true first rounder. So I can see him going Devontae Sweeney right away. So let's put him there. All right, so at pick 6, we sent the receiver there. Now at 5, Coach DC 404. We know nothing other than quarterback goes there, right?
Wait a minute, we're at 5 now, right?
No, we ain't at. Oh no, I'm sorry, we skipped the Lions. Damn, why I go all the way down to the Chargers and skip the Lions? Let's go back to the pick four. So what we did was we sent Jada Styles to the Saints. We sent what's the receiver? Where that little fast little fucker at? That we sent to the Bengals. Adrian Carmichael to the Bengals. We sent cornerback, the number one cornerback on the board, Samson, to the Texans. And we sent Sweeney, the wide receiver, to the Chargers. But we skipped over the Lions right now. All right, I don't think the Lions is going to go quarterback with his first pick, bro. I could see him entertaining it with his 15th pick. I just don't see it. I see him doing something like safety. You know, he like to play with safeties, bro. I could see him going I could see him going safety, maybe linebacker before he go quarterback. But I'm gonna let you make that decision.
Not going to be there at 15.
You don't think you don't think it'll be a quarterback there at 15?
Not those ones.
Not that guy, right?
First round talent.
Not that guy, right?
That guy.
I mean, there's some guys that can still be that guy. So you saying the Lions would be an idiot sitting at 4 and don't go get the quarterback. Now my question is, what do you want? Is he a dual threat guy, or is he a guy that just need a guy like remember he had Justin Fields and ended up trading him after 4 years and couldn't get jiggy with Justin Fields. But then he came and got Nano's quarterback, the slow guy that wasn't even on a fast mobile quarterback, and he was like one play away from making it to the Super Bowl. So my question would be, does it matter?
No, he's not going to chase the scrambler. He's not looking for the scrambler. He's looking for the best quarterback off the board.
Well, if you're looking for that, this guy right here is going to take you to the championship. Greg Peters. 6'6", 232 pounds, and got the strongest arm in the draft. Simple as that. So if you're looking for a guy that can stretch the field, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Now, he's not going to outrun nobody, but he's going to sit in that pocket and he's going to deliver dimes. He can make every throw at a high level, and he has the strongest arm in the draft. I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes. He's Matthew Stafford. He's Josh Allen. He's all those quarterbacks, right? Except he doesn't run like a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes. But he definitely runs like a Matthew Stafford. And he flings that bitch. You understand what I'm saying right now? Mm-hmm. So if he's looking for that type of guy, there it goes. So let's send him there, Greg Peters, to the Lions. Now, we're going to our next. That's 2 quarterbacks off the board already. Now the Falcons are at 7. The Falcons got Matt Ryan and that quarterback that's throwing them more picks than anybody in the league so far.
Right. That's what I said. Quarterback is coming off the board right here.
What is he looking for? A dual threat, or is he a pocket passer? For a pocket passer.
Yeah. I was about to say he's gonna look for the pocket passer. So let's say the Lions didn't take that quarterback, but he took a different one. That quarterback is coming off the board right there.
Greg Peters.
So Peters. It's definitely going. I mean, if I was Todd McShay, I would be like, this is a lock, and it would be quarterback going to the Falcons, a lock.
See, the thing with the Lions is, if he did go quarterback, I think he would go Sidney Cake before he would go Greg Peters. Just because I'm saying Greg Peters got the strongest arm in the draft doesn't mean people don't like athletic quarterbacks that can get it going. You're looking at a 6-foot quarterback that, West Virginia, another one of those air raid type of offenses, but he's a dual threat for sure. He's the fastest quarterback in the draft, bottom line. So if you're looking for a guy, now remember, we only had 3 quarterbacks in the draft in the league that has 90 or above speed, and that's Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Justin Fields. Well, if you get Sidney Cake, he's coming in the league and he's going to be the 4th fastest quarterback in the draft. Now, with the speed he has, he's a hell of a runner, but you're going to lose in the passing attributes. All right, he's not gonna fling that thing all over the park, and you're gonna have to work on his passing. You're gonna have to get him accurate. You're gonna have to get him to do. Now, with that being said, he could throw the football. Don't get it twisted. He could fling that thing. But if you're gonna go for that type of speed at quarterback, does he fit your scheme? Do you need a guy that's gonna better dot the field, or you got a guy that you want to roll out and do, play arcade football in a sense with roll out, throwing crossing routes and all that? I just know Antonio had that before and didn't really like the shit. And in the moment he went and got a pocket passer, it fit his offense completely better. And again, you saw it. He lost to the Rams after being up 21-7, lost to them in the fourth quarter. Then he came back the following year and lost to the Bucks after he dominated that whole game. So he was literally 2 quarters away from playing in 2 Super Bowls back to back with a stand in the pocket quarterback. And Justin Fields went on to Max and the Colts, and made it to the divisional round 2 years straight. So do he go get the speed quarterback, or do he go get the guy that can fling that thing? Now, if he go get Sidney Cake, I don't see nothing different than the Falcons getting Greg Peters.
I agree. I still think.
I just don't think the Lions is going quarterback, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't think he's going to go quarterback, bro. I think he's going to go safety or linebacker, bro. I promise you. I don't think he's going to go quarterback. He loves safeties, bro. You know how many safeties he drafted in our 10-year season when he had the Lions?
He drafted a lot, but I think that those same safeties are going to be there at 15.
Yeah, you're right. So who we giving him? Greg Peters or Sidney Cakes?
I still say Greg. I still say GP goes to the Lions.
So if that happens, the next first round grade of quarterback is Sidney Cakes. Now we watch Coach DC get a fast quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna get a linebacker. I'm telling you, he gonna get a linebacker or a safety. I don't think he's getting a quarterback. He said he's not what you think. He going to get he not what you think he going to get. And he not what I think he gonna get, right? You think he'd go quarterback? Y'all roommates, y'all best friends. Help me out here. We're trying to mock draft right now. Do you think the Lions are going to go quarterback with the number 4 pick, or do you think they're going to go get another position?
If his roommate says no to quarterback, we can back up and do what you say, but then we're gonna put GP.
Lions messing somebody board up. Oh my God! Come on, Tone. I need help right now. Let me get my Raheem Skibibbles on real fast. Hold on, man.
But I don't see who he could pick that's gonna mess somebody's board up.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah, you ain't really gonna mess nobody board up. You sitting at 4.
Nah, he's not.
You already got the pick of the litter, so I mean, you're not messing nobody board up. But my thing is this, bro. I know you, and we talk all the time. So I think linebacker or safety. Now, if I'm wrong,
you ain't gotta answer that time. Just tell me, am I wrong?
Is quarterback a need this year? Or do you value the quarterback as a top priority and drafting this year? That's what I'll ask you.
Yeah, just answer my question. If I'm wrong, then we gonna pivot.
We really shouldn't be getting his input right now. What we should be doing is just making our mock draft. He needs a fucking quarterback, but I don't think he's gonna go quarterback. I think because the Lions got holes everywhere. He not going quarterback. You know what he will do? He will go at 4. He'll go get the best lineman on the board. I promise you, he will. He'll go get a lineman right away because he gonna get the second best lineman because I'm sitting at 1. I think he'll go get a lineman, bro. I think we not looking at. Tell me what his line look like right now.
1 minute. When you say lineman, what are you talking about? You talking about?
I think he's the smart guy that will go get an offensive lineman at 4, bro, and wouldn't be nothing wrong with it because they're the best fucking players. Let me shut up. All right, anyway.
Nah, offensive line, I disagree.
You don't think you saw Antonio do it in real draft? Go get a lineman at 5.
I understand that, but if you could see my board and see how much of the offensive line I've scouted, it's so deep. It will boggle my mind for an early run on offensive line.
You think the offensive lines are deep? I mean, yeah, granted, there's some good. They good guys. It's literally ready. You ready for this? It's 5 superstar linemen in this draft. That's about 15 down from what I usually make. Now, with that being said, a normal is still good, a star is still good, right?
I was getting ready to say no. You said the stars are superstars in this league.
Say that again.
You got to remember, you said the stars are going to be superstars in this league.
And I'm telling you, it ain't a lot of star offensive linemen. You got 5 superstars, and then you probably got maybe 4 to 5 stars, and then the rest is all normals. And when you see how many normals come out of this draft, you're like, oh, he wasn't playing. What's up, Mom?
I don't.
Probably not. I don't know. Why? What's up? That's fine. I'll call you when I'm ready to get dressed and leave. All right, love you. Yeah, because I'm doing my show and stuff. About 2 hours. All right. All right. All right, love you. The boys they're in school, Mom. Whatever you need, I'll help. All right. Like, get it out your head. Them motherfuckers ain't doing that type of work. What's wrong with you? So go ahead. What you say, Guns? You say that again?
No. I was just saying it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Right? Look. Let me come out the draft real fast. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to the same thing you're going to. Like, so I'm playing. I'm gonna just go to my team real fast. All right. So I'm gonna go to my team right now. All right. And I'm gonna talk about my roster right now, right, and value on offensive lineman right now. Now, as a Raven, I don't think I necessarily have the right offensive lineman that I want for the dual threat quarterback of Lamar Jackson's caliber. Like, I need agile quarterback lineman, right? So Villanueva is a guy that's out of here day one. He's leading my team in sacks, all types of shit, right? So Ronnie Stanley, he's 27 years old. You can build around, right? None of these guys start for me, but they're on my roster, and because they're in the 70s, they're cool, right? Centers, both of these guys need to be signed, but look at them. When you got 75 overall centers, these guys are right now to start with. You could build with these guys, and you can literally nah, just like motherfucker Hussein telling me start giving out the blueprint. It ain't no blueprint. We doing mock drafts. It ain't no blueprint because it don't matter what I'm saying to guys right now. They still gonna go do what the fuck they want, and they're gonna be highly disappointed this year. And I can't wait for them to just not listen to me. So anyway, I look at Zettler as a 31-year-old, right? In Cleveland, he's a guy that I go forward with, right? Although he's still not agile like I need him to be. Now when you're looking at these guys, he's only 1 point away from being agile. I can deal with that. When you're looking at my linemen, just know they got coaching point stuff on them that got their, those green arrows got them high stuff now. Like, this guy's not 99 strength. All my linemen got like +5 strength right now, so they all high strength. But when you're looking at your linemen, you got guys you can go forward with right now. Like, if I had to go forward with Villanueva at a 79 overall, I'm comfortable with that. Now, you don't see an ability on him, right? And I know I said he's giving up a lot of sacks. He is. But that's him. But I got linemen that don't have abilities whatsoever. Like, he's one of my best linemen right here, and he blocks his ass off of me. He does a hell of a job pulling and all types of stuff, and he's on wood. So you can't be scared of guys that come out on normal. Y'all can't look at those players because it's some really good linemen, it's some really good receivers. At every position, there's some good players that's going to come out on normal, and when they come out on normal, they're still going to be so good. And y'all done it already. Guys have gotten guys from normals to superstars, from normal to star. And yes, the star is the new superstar. And I don't say that because they're going to play at a high level. I say that because I'm not making a lot of superstars at all coming out. Now they're going to come out. You're going to better get them. And if you land one, you land one. But I'm saying this. When have you ever heard me say there's only 5 superstar offensive linemen in a draft when I make like 40 of them, right? And I'm saying there's only 5 superstars, so that's telling you where we at with this shit right now. Come on, just think about it though, Guns. Real draft, damn near every lineman I made was a superstar.
No, I mean I get what you're saying about the ratio. Well, I'm looking at these teams. And you need something that's going to turn your franchise around. I can see a team where there's a core already there, and you're adding, offensive line, defensive line, or something like that. but a lot of these teams, they need impact players. So
Yeah.
impact players for some of these teams, I'm talking impact players. I'm talking about faces of the franchise. Somebody that's going to be on the front of your
Well, when you pick it
program.
in the top 10, that's exactly what you're trying to do. Get a face of the franchise. But I'm telling you, if you look at Antonio Ty, I only can go off of people's history, bro. So what I do know is everybody gonna get receivers, everybody gonna tear the corners up, everybody gonna look for the fastest linebackers, and they literally gonna not get no 90 speed linebackers. So like a lot of things is different because we're not making those type of players. This ain't real draft. I'm trying to get people to understand that and condition yourself. You got one first, 1 second, unless you're lucky like Antonio Todd, and they come with the picks already, right? So what are you going to do when you wait to the third, fourth round? Sometimes some people wait to the fourth and fifth round to start picking these linemen up, and you're not getting any dog linemen at that point. Now you're getting guys that you can just go wait for guys to cut them, and you got 75s and 72s on your roster already. You get what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
So I'm telling you, don't sit here and think you got to get the best the best skilled player right away, because that's what you got to get, because there's more skilled players throughout this entire draft than there are offensive linemen. So I'm telling guys, when you got one first, 1 second, if you want that transitional player, you can still get it at any position. You just gotta better go through the draft and look and see what you get. And don't be scared to get a star. Don't be scared to get a normal. A normal can come to your roster and still be the face of your franchise, because you're gonna develop these guys, man. If you're doing all your shit right, guys, develop, bro. The one thing this game do is scenarios and develop your players. So I mean, honestly, I just think guys are going to still. Guns, do you think I'm wrong that guys are going to tear up their wide receivers and corners the whole draft?
No, they definitely are, because you know, like you said, everybody's looking for the fastest thing. Um, and that was one of the reasons why I say there's certain positions that are going to get skipped, because the linebackers. That's why I actually agree with you. The only thing I disagreed about was the lineman thing. Linebackers, they're not coming out 90 speed, so that's another position where I'm predicting an early run on, because now those guys, if you're looking for the speed guys, you're gonna want to get them early. I just thought for the Lions, and like
But
I
see,
said,
Ant will
I'm
do that though.
wrong.
Ant will go get look. I've been telling you the whole time he ain't going quarterback from the door, and he finally said, "Nah, I'm not going quarterback. QB not important to him right now, right?" So I could see, again, safety, linebacker, or offense. I do see him at 4 picking the best lineman in the draft. I could see it. I literally could see him doing that. Now, you make a great point, because the Lions just picked a top lineman in the draft last year's draft, right? Then they get the ball Sewell.
Right. I'm totally off the O line thing. Like I said, I've scouted the O line thing. When it comes, I play O line. I'm not worried about.
Yeah, because you're
I
going to be
look at the numbers.
if he don't, you'll be the first guy at 16 to get a lineman. I know that. You know that. Well, I might be the first person to get a lineman.
Right.
But you might get the. I might not get a lineman first. I might go get whatever the fuck I want. Really, to be honest with you, I might just get what I want. But if you see what I did already in the offseason, I addressed the linebacker level. I could go linebacker if I'm looking to trade Patrick Queen. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many different options. This is what I want people to do. Be yourself, but be smart. Just know. Don't get mad. Now, because everybody not tearing the first round up, second round up, and everybody ain't got 3 picks in every other round, and you got 10 guys with 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 3 thirds, people, the draft is going to last you to the 7th round, where you're still going to be picking some guys, man. Just know this. I'm asking everybody that's paying attention, that's watching this, to pick your need and make that your number one priority first. Don't pick your want first, because you're going to be fucked. And a lot of guys ain't going to care. They're still going to pick they want. That's fine. That's what you want to do. But my opinion and my what's the word? If I'm giving you any advice, it's pick your need. And trust your need and pick that need, because there's no telling when you come back around will you get that need. So just because you got 5 receivers already and you just see this, oh my God, look at him, and you go get a receiver and that's a want pick, and then you come back around and you needed a fucking linebacker and ain't none left. or you needed a safety or a corner or whatever you need, or a fucking defensive end or D tackle, whatever the case may be, you want to pick your need, and that's that. Pick your need.
And that's all I said from the beginning. You know, don't. If you need a quarterback, you better go get him because he's not going to be available when you come back on.
Right, but I'm trying to tell you, I know this guy, bro. You know him too. He is. If he's,
I'm not talking to Todd. I'm talking
but
to
we mock drafting right now, though, right? So he not going to go quarterback. Where the fuck else can he go? I mean, it's the Lions. They can go anywhere.
I'm still staying at quarterback. I think it's a smoke screen.
You still think he's going to go get quarterback?
It's a smoke screen. I'm staying at quarterback. I don't care what he say. Why would he say it in the chat in front of everybody? It's a smoke screen.
I'm just saying off air. I think he's gonna go linebacker or safety or lineman. All right, so we stay with quarterback. So do we go get the pocket passer or do we go get the dual threat?
It'll be the pocket passer.
So he go get the guy with the cannon on his team. Now he can't go wrong if he go get the quarterback, right? You're not going wrong. I just don't think he here's why. You know, he did that the first time, and last year he went, and I know this is a different league and it ain't real draft, but he got Justin Fields, wasn't happy with him, and then the very next draft he went offensive lineman 2 drafts in a row in the top 10. This is nuts because you got guys like you'll see what I'm talking about. But you got guys, it's gonna be funny. It's guys who they are, but you gotta better do your thing. So like I think he can. See, this is the thing. You have to be able to look at building your team. You have to be like building your team through the longevity and give yourself a 3 to 4 season build. 3-season build. You got to know we're going to go 8 seasons, right? So you got to give yourself a 3-season build. So you can't, you know what I mean? You might not better suck everything up in the first draft and completely fill all your needs. So I'm not saying to go get a special player or not. What I'm saying is he might look at right now like, all right, well, I got this receiver core. I can get away with the 3 rookies I got right now. And if I see how they're going to develop, I could give them one more season before I decide to go get, a dog receiver right now. Versus him saying, fuck it, I'm getting a receiver right now, and he got, he got these guys on his roster already. Like, and a lot of y'all might remember season 1, season 2. These guys, if you project them by week 6 next year, these 3 receivers will be in the 80s. Remember, he tanking this year, or else they'll probably be in the 80s right now. If he was playing his games and winning. When you're losing, you're not getting the same development as you'll get when you're winning. So you get all the extra development. So these guys will already be in the 80s. For example, slide up here to the guys that's being used at the receiver level, and Jalen Waddle's a 95 already. You keep on going down, and you see the development. He's using them. So you see what happens when you're using your players, right? They start to develop. Simple as that. That's all. He's tanking. So he's playing games, but he's not playing games, if that makes sense to you. Like, he ain't really into all that. He just playing just to play, and he not being inactive. He's super active, and he's just not caring if he win or not. So when guys hit that draft, man, you gotta better hit the draft and really draft your needs. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't have no problem picking the best, the second or third best lineman in the 3rd round, because y'all decided to go get all receivers. No problem with me.
Right.
All right. Guns. Let's change tunes for a second. Let's get off the draft real fast for a second. Let's get out of there. And I was, kind of did a little. I wanted to do 10, but I will come back to it. We'll come back. We got the whole postseason to do it. We got the whole playoffs to still do mock draft shit. I want to go talk about something that we found out yesterday. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come over to the league and go back to stats and awards right now. Did you know that they pick Pro Bowl players early now?
No, I did not know that.
I didn't know that. Now, I know for a fact you couldn't go to progression history and look at your team and see guys with Pro Bowls next to them already. So, for example, if I go to Lamar Jackson and I go to progression history, see that? If you're looking at my screen, player awards, 2 Pro Bowls. That's his 2nd Pro Bowl right now. You see it?
Wow. Yeah.
So you already know who's going to be in a Pro Bowl right now. Now I know they're not going to do stats where you know who's going to develop, who's going to go up a development trade and all that because people are still playing Week 18. So I know that's not going to happen. But that's kind of hot, right? So you're looking at, you can look through your team. This is for everybody. You can look through your team and see uh, if guys made the Pro Bowl or not. This is important. All right, running back ain't make it. And go to receivers. Hollywood made the Pro Bowl. True. I just want to. I'm gonna get back. We only want to talk about one more thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. Um. Oh shit! Rashad Bateman made the Pro Bowl.
Oh snap!
Wow. I know this little nigga ain't make it, but he developed like a motherfucker. Let's see if I got any linemen that made it. Let's go Zettler. Nope. Let's go Stanley. Stanley made it. What about the rookie Ben Cleveland? Nope. Chad Surratt made it at middle linebacker. You're rookie.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl. That's nasty. So if he made it, I know Patrick Queen ain't make it. Oh, Patrick ain't make it. What about Sean Wade at corner? Sean Wade made it as a rookie. Oway had to make it. Now Oway made it. So that's two linebackers. I know Hammer. If Oway made it, I know Hammer made it. He got like 17 sacks. Let's see. Yep, Hammer made it. I got 3 out of 4 linebackers. I made it. Surratt. What about Humphrey? Now Humphrey's butt ass ain't making. He ain't doing. He got 4 picks on the year. I ain't gotta look at him. What about the rookie safety? Let's see if he did it. Bro, the safety I got off of practice squad waiver made the Pro Bowl.
Steiner. He was going dummy.
Yeah, he was. And then he also went development trait. Look, he went up from, he did a development trait increase to a star from a normal scenario. He got XP bonus. He went up 5,000. So you can see all this stuff. Just for those that don't know that, you can go to progression history. If you ever want to question somebody's players been on star, superstar, and all that, it usually show you all the way throughout the whole season. Like, look how far this goes down. It went back to week 13, so you can see some things. Like,
yeah, I'm about to say it don't do the whole season. But
why in the dummy league it did? The dummy league it took us all the way back when we was in the off season. That shit took us all the way back. I was able to see that shit. All right, so damn, Donovan made it. What about Calais Campbell, old ass?
But does it say Pro Bowl this year, or you had to know that they never made the Pro Bowl before?
Not well. None of my rookies never made the Pro Bowl before. It's the first year playing. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, outside of the rookies.
Yeah. So what happens if they make the Pro Bowl? It's this week. It's telling you training, run inside defense, and then player award. He's in like Calais Campbell made the Pro Bowl this year. This is going to be his 7th Pro Bowl. Like Lamar's in his 2nd Pro Bowl. Surratt's going to his 1st Pro Bowl. So because it's saying it right now for this week, It's saying it right now. That's telling you what they did. That's telling you what they're doing. So they're Pro Bowl players this year. So all these guys will be in a Pro Bowl unless they playing in the Super Bowl. Who else am I looking at that I don't see on here?
So I was asking because I just went and looked at Shaquille Griffin, and it said that he made the Pro Bowl, but I don't know if he's ever made it before.
Do he got more than one? Do he got Pro Bowl one next to him, or he got more than one Pro Bowl
Pro
next
Bowl
to him?
one.
All right, so it just says Pro Bowl, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so Shaquille Griffin made it for the first time. He's never been in a Pro Bowl. That means in real life he's never been in a Pro Bowl. Yep. I don't see where you see Pro Bowl at. I don't see it when I look at it.
I went to awards.
Nah, that means he made it to the Pro Bowl once. Nah, that's the old Pro Bowl. You got to come to progression history, and it tell you if he made it. It'll say.
Cause see, under it used to be under awards, they would tell you what.
Nah, you can
year they
always
made
go
it.
there and see it, but it'll tell you how many you got. Like for example, if you could always go to click on a guy, right? You could always click on a guy, go to stats and contract, go to awards, and it'll tell you if they made the Pro Bowl or not. So
I thought it used to tell you what year it was too. I thought.
yeah, nah, it tell you what year he was drafted, but it won't tell you the Pro Bowl. It only tell you the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Okay, year drafted.
So if you look at your players, I'm on stats, so I'm gonna look at your defensive players. If you look at your defensive players, I would think Miles Jackson would have made the Pro Bowl. So instead of going to awards, you go to progression history, and it'll tell you if he did. So no, he didn't make it. He had 8 picks. How the fuck he didn't make it? So I will have to find a player. Let's go. Andre Cisco. Let's see. He had a lot of tackles for you.
Nah. If Miles Jack didn't make it, nobody else made it.
You don't think nobody on offense could have made it?
Too many
Offensive
vacations.
line. Let's see. Let's look at Travis Etienne.
Too many vacations for me.
Well, you got a rookie that just made the Pro Bowl in Travis Etienne. That's one. Let's look at Trevor Lawrence and see if he. I doubt he gonna make it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
We'll
Player award, Pro Bowl appearance.
Yep. You go to progression history, it tells you everything you need to know. All right, Trev didn't make it. What about your fullback? Do you got any carries?
I didn't have him throughout the whole season. I picked him up. I forgot when I picked him up.
I ain't have Steiner throughout the whole season. But if your running back make it, sometimes your fullback make it. All right. Shark only got 900 yards. Receiver shitting in the AFC. I doubt he made it. So we gotta look at your linemen now. So we look at the guys that played 16 games, like a Brandon Linder at center. Let's see if he made it. No. Let's see if Norwell made it.
No. Nah.
Let's see if Robinson made it.
Nah, I doubt it.
Nope.
Nope.
And then you got Jawan Teller. That used to be a star. Now he on normal. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He ain't make it. Alright, so now the next thing we do is we go to your defense and we see if where's Josh Allen at. Let's see if he made it. How many sacks he got? 12. It's possible he made it.
Nope.
Nope. What other position you kind of did good with? C.J. Henderson.
Now that's what I said. If it wasn't Jack, I don't see nobody else.
Yep. All right. Let's get out of that. I want to go to the last thing I want to talk about, and we want to talk about those guys that are one game away from being crowned the MVP. All right. So now Ronald Jones jumped back on top of J.K. Dobbins with that 8-touchdown performance. 390-something yards. J.K. Dobbins second. Ezekiel Elliott is third. Kyler Murray fourth, and Jalen Waddle moved up to 4.
Sheesh.
In the AFC, we got Offensive Player of the Year, J.K. Dobbins, Jalen Waddle. Now this is interesting. So now we got the Patriots versus the Dolphins for the division. I talked about this on a late night show. I'm gonna talk about this again. All right. So right now the Dolphins are sitting at 5 because the Nano Burgers and the Patriots are sitting at 1, and they're in the same division. So only one of them can have a home game. So right now, even though the Dolphins got 3 losses and they beat me, which should have put him over top of me, he won't because he didn't win his division ever right now. But him and Nano play today. The winner of that game should win the division, which will move the Dolphins to the number. Nah, they won't go to number 1. They'll go to number 2. So they move the Dolphins to number 2 and the Broncos to number 1. But this game is big. So you look at the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. At 1 is J.K. Dobbins. At 2 is Jalen Waddle. Do you think Waddle can jump J.K. Dobbins for Offensive Player of the Year if he has a dog game against the Patriots today?
I don't. How many touchdowns does?
Waddle got 40
it's
touchdowns, but J.K. Dobbins, he's a running back. He's a running back's a war. He got 39 touchdowns, but he's leading the entire league in rushing yards.
Nah, I think unless Waddle
he would have to shut J.K. Dobbins, right? Like what if Waddle had a 200-yard receiving game with 3 touchdowns, but then J.K. Dobbins had 68 yards in a touchdown? Do you think he could jump him?
It's still like you said, because that would give a running back 40 touchdowns.
Right.
I mean, Waddle will have to he have to finish with 45, 50 touchdowns, because we've seen it happen before where I think it was Falk. It was one year Falk. He had a lot of receiving touchdowns, but he still lost to a running back that had over 30 touchdowns.
Key running back, or Nano, one of them two. Yeah, I remember that. All right, so what do you think about this game though for the division? Patriots versus Dolphins. The rematch.
This is gonna be this is gonna be a really, really good game. You talk about 2 teams that has 2 totally different styles of play.
Mm-hmm.
You got one that he keeps it modest, and he gives his running back carries. But man, like I said, I remember Waddle. I still having nightmares about Waddle, how my DB just stood there as he just ran right by him.
Yeah, Waddle's special, bro, and he's making him special this season right now. Though, but you go look at the AFC East right now, and this is the game right here. So as you can see, the Dolphins are in, the Patriots are in, but nobody has a Y next to them because that means the winner of this game wins the division. So 13-3, and the Dolphins are on an 8-game winning streak. They have the longest winning streak out of any team in the league right now. But the Patriots are on a 6-game winning streak, so they're right behind them. The Patriots we haven't called the Patriots a hot team because they've been winning, they've been kind of at the top all year. Even though they lost 2 games, they've still been at the top of they've been at the number 1 team in the league at one point, and they've been in that top 5 area. So, but the Dolphins and the Eagles are 2 hot football teams that are playing really hot. Come on, the Eagles started off 1-7, and at this point right now, if they beat the Cowboys today, they will win the division. Let's go look at that. I talked about that yesterday. I just want to make sure I'm right with if they win the division.
Oh wow, I hate I missed that because that's an accomplishment or a possible accomplishment that shouldn't be ignored.
He's getting an interview. He's gonna get a complete interview if he beat the Cowboys, and you could pretty much do it for Snake too. Snake had a 5-game losing streak, so he was 500 at one point too. So what I'm gonna say is like the winner of this game, I gotta interview him, and if the Dolphins beat the Patriots, I wanna interview him on the show.
I'm hoping maybe we can get some pre-interviews with both coaches, before the game starts.
Yeah, I definitely think we can get that with the Cowboys and the Eagles game. I think this is going to be the game. Most probably think the Patriots and the Dolphins will be the game of the week. But I think the Eagles and the Cowboys game is the game of the week. I think their storylines are better. Although it's hard to top what these 2 are doing in the AFC East right now. I mean, come on, 8-game winning streak, bro. Like nobody, come on. If we started the season off and say, yo, Young Canada going to go on an 8-game winning streak and be one of the hottest teams in the league by the time we get to the week 18, would you say, oh yeah, I can see that?
If I'm going back, the reason why I say because I'm going back to what we did before the year started when we were talking about who was going to take the division, and I want to say that I believe I said that the Dolphins would be right there. I don't know if I had.
Yeah, I said
I
the
think
same
I
thing.
picked them to beat the Patriots because I didn't think the Patriots were built to win right now.
Yeah, well, see, I knew once you got J.K. Dobbins, he had a running back. So I'm still
So
going with the Patriots to win the division.
so for
But,
Nano to be right
man,
there year one,
might be more impressed with that.
um, yeah, because that's nothing to take away from young Camden because really I'm paying him a compliment as saying I expected it.
Okay.
So I'm paying him a compliment, but I'm also, giving Nano some props because I didn't think this team was built to be in this position. I really thought that he was going to be behind by a couple of games, and the Y was already going to be by the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think if Nano never got a running back, never got J.K. Dobbins, that's exactly what would have happened. What I did though know is I thought it would be a three-man race over here, and it's still always going to be a three-man race over here. Trust that. But you cannot
Yeah,
ignore
not
the big wins that Camden had. Now, if you look at his schedule, I mean, he beat Max, he beat me. He got an opportunity to beat Nando. Like he's won some big games, right? And he won the
me.
games he was supposed to win, right? Like games that he matched
Hmm.
up with guys that he should beat. He did. He ain't dropped none of those type of games this year. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he had. I mean, his biggest loss was till he got aired by the Bucks. Craig came through the building and crushed him. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Man, look, 8 games, bro. He might be the hottest team going into the playoffs right now. And it's big. And then not only, 8 wins. I mean, you look at the award races, it's Dolphins everywhere.
Right,
So he's
right,
balling with this team right now. He's doing a really good job with this
absolutely.
team year one right now. I can't wait to see this game. I can't wait to find out what time they even playing this game because I think it's going to be fireworks. It comes down to does he have a strong enough front seven to stop the run, and can
I think he
Nano?
does.
Yeah, you think he does?
Well, I think he has a fast enough. I don't particularly care for his D linemen, but his linebackers are flying, and of course his DBs are his DBs.
Yeah, he might got the
We've
best.
already talked about his
Yeah, he might
DBs,
got the best corner tandems, and then he's playing really well to
and
safety
and
as
and
well.
Nano needs not necessarily a balance, but if Nano's going to be 70-30 with the run and the pass, he needs that 30 to be effective, and the Dolphins have the secondary that can make that 30 ineffective,
Right, but I also
which
think
could
they
cause
got
some
the.
problems.
I also think the Patriots can cover those receivers over there as well. They got the DBs that can cover Waddles. Like you can
Yeah, they
lock
do.
Gilmore on
Yeah,
Waddle
yeah,
all day.
yeah, yeah. You got Gilmore, and then you got the old safety, but he's still with and they're like
And then he
X
picked up the
factor
kid
safety.
Wild Goose off of practice squad where
No,
he was
I'm
playing
talking about
really
the
well
safety
for
that he
him.
has, the
McCourty,
twin
yeah, McCourty.
McCourty
Yep.
that
Um,
always plays big.
yep. So I like the matchups, man. I want to see how this is gonna work itself
Yeah,
out. This is a
yeah.
big game,
This is
bro.
gonna be good.
Really big game. Nano's strength is his offensive line. He got a really top 5 line in the league, and I'm not talking about
Yeah,
superstars.
he
I'm just
does.
talking about that all Patriot line is
Nah,
really good.
yeah. He
And
just got studs.
yes, yes, yes. So it's gonna
They
come
don't
down
show
to
up
who
as
makes who
superstars.
uncomfortable. Simple as that.
Right.
Big time game. So then you go look at the like I said, the Eagles and the Cowboys game. That's a big time game that we're gonna watch. And then your game against Mike is for the division. So there are our
Hmm.
division games, right? So you go look at the AFC South, and you see no name, no letters next to you guys at all. So that tells me the exact same thing I saw with the Patriots and the Dolphins. The winner is in.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. It's I'm just blessed based off of some of the games that I missed that I need to be in a position to play, and I know Mike's gonna show up to play, and Mike gonna get everything out of the Jaguars, and more.
Right. Mike's
So
gonna come into this game with, oh my God, I got a chance to get in the playoffs. So he's gonna play with a high energy. Um, but is he gonna play smart football? That's the question. I know your only issue will be, is my rookies going to give me a good game, or are they going to play like rookies?
well, my rookies are unlocked
Hmm.
this time around, and based off of a coaching trait that I just unlocked, I also just got another rookie uh, unlocked because of the coaching trait that I just unlocked like a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
Like I still had two more rookies on defense that are hadn't reached 500 snaps yet.
Yeah.
But when I went to my coaching tree and I unlocked the what's the joint that I
We seen
unlocked?
enough. That's the trait. We seen enough.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Hmm.
Yep, we've seen enough. I just unlocked that. Like I had exactly 50 staff points. Now I got zero. So I just unlocked that, and they gave me the choice. So now I'm just gonna say it. Cisco is unlocked now.
Yeah, so I like these last couple of games, man. I mean, it's way more games. I like again. If you want to see me talk about the matchups for 18 going into the playoffs, then that's fine. But you can go watch it on the last podcast, episode 19, the late night show. But what I to walk out of here, I want to go look at the playoff tree again right now, and oh my, how things have changed. Within two advances, we have a new playoff tree right now, especially in the NFC. So right now, the Cardinals will have the number one seed. The Bucks are two, and they right now will be facing the Eagles unless the Eagles beat the Cowboys. If the Eagles beat the Cowboys, they go to three. Cowboys will go to. I think they should go to six, and then the 49ers will go to seven. Um, and then on the other side of things, you got the Chiefs are in right now at seven. The Steelers got seven losses. Every team after the Chiefs got six losses or five losses, and the Steelers got six losses. But the Steelers played me week 18, so they could beat us and find a way to get in the playoffs if the Chiefs lose. But then the Chiefs had the head-to-head against the Steelers, so that will kick them out the playoffs. So you see the tree. Games are going to start getting played. It's early, man. We're not even at 12 noon yet. But games are going to get played, and when these games start to get played, we will bring them to you. Now, talking about, anyway, and it's the franchise guru. We will holler at you on the second time we holler at you, and that's a little later on today. Holla.